What's up YouTube, Flip Method here, and this is Valkyrie Anatomia. We just got our first two new characters, so let's take a look at them. We have Thalia and Freya. We can summon their divine weapons and then trade those divine weapons in and get the character. Super easy, let's do it. Let's take a look at, first of all, the divine weapons we get and see if they're worth keeping instead of just trading up. So first we have to look at Rachel Teplum, which is Thalia's weapon. It's very confusing to me that the name of the weapon is also another just normal name, but okay. It has very high boosts. It's a large sword. It's a great sword. It has very high attack boosts, but it capped out just like the other divine weapons do. So for its cap, it has large boosts, but and then it deals a moderate amount of physical damage to a single foe. Not that great. You can use it 3 times, but we're always really looking for that AoE damage, right? So you'd just trade it in to get her. Now we have the Ether Freeze, which is Freya's artifact. Pretty good stats. And a 20% chance guard rate against magical. Okay. At this point in the game, I'd rather it be a physical guard rate, but that's okay. Slightly recovers HP of all party members, and it's 1 action skill. I'm gonna pass on using those as weapons. Okay. Now it says whenever we pull, we get if we do a 5k pull, then we get 1 Thalia Freya support ticket, which means that those are like safety net tickets. So if you pull 10 times, you can get a guaranteed Thalia or Freya of your choice. Or you can trade them in for Nameless Heroes Memories, which up to this point, we haven't been able to get in any other way. So, awesome. So let's take a look at the actual units themselves. So let's start off with Thalia. Thalia, pretty good stats, though she is just a heavy warrior with the large sword, so she's very comparable to Arngrim. She's not necessarily an upgrade to Arngrim, she's just a side grade. So if you already have Arngrim, then great, but if you don't, then she's very similar to pulling him, although he is much tankier. So she puts out a slightly higher DPS, but he's more sustainable in the fight because he adds to the HP pool better. She has fire moves just like Arngrim. She deals upward damage moves as opposed to how his kit works. And then, but most of her attacks are just building the combo gauge. So that's what she does. She tries to build the combo gauge as high as she can and tries to get it up there. So if you're having problems getting the combo up to like 40 or whatever, she's going to help you do that. Her orb passives are Linking Mastery, deal increased damage if your combo gauge is at 20 or more. She's going to easily help you get that. Aura, increase attack and critical hit rate and damage at the start of each of your turns. She's going to deal massive damage every time that she can. If you let her out the gate, she's hitting hard. And then Battle Prelude. Battle Prelude is when you defeat an enemy with a combo or 20 or more in the purification gauge, it'll fill the purification gauge. So if you have that combo meter up, whenever you defeat an enemy, that combo meter will fill the purification gauge. So awesome. She's going to make sure I can do those purification gauge more often, which really is going to help in the Seraphic Gate. All right. So that is Thalia. So she's a good heavy sword user, though a little bit. She's a side grade to Arngrim, comparable. So I would say if you have Arngrim, you don't need to pull for her. Okay. Now let's take a look at Freya. Freya is a sorcerer. We don't have one of these yet in the gacha pool. So if you get her, she's automatically an upgrade over to one of the story units that we already have. So, and she stays meta for a very long time. She stays very high on the charts of team comps for a very long time. Plus, if you played Valkyrie Profile 1, she's bae. So her magic attack is ridiculously high. So let's look at her kit. She has mostly upward damaging moves and an elementless magic damage for Ether Strike. Great that it's elementless, because a lot of the times enemies are resistant to things. Fantastic. Her basic attacks do have elements on them, though, attached to these two attacks, which are Holy Element, but that's okay. Alright. Then we have Oracle as her orb passive skills. Oracle greatly increase the effectiveness of HP recovered by action skills. So if you equip an action skill onto her, and she uses it, it's going to heal for way more damage than it would have normally. Or way more HP than it would have normally. So you can use her as a support character. But what if you want to use her not as a support, as her magic stat is plotted out, and you want to use her as an attack-based character? Well, that's where her Astral Break and Mystic Zone come in. She would have elemental attacks, increase in power when your purification gauge is at level 1 or higher. So if you've got the purification gauge already up, she's going to just do way more damage. So if you're on level 1 and you're trying to get it all the way up to level 4, she's going to make sure you're doing way more damage that whole time. So that's awesome. And then we have Mystic Zone, which deals increased damage when your party has 80% HP or more. So if you're going in and trying to one-shot things, she's making sure that your whole party can. She's a really high DPS character, and for the current point we are at in the game, she is amazing. So definitely worth pulling for her. And those are the units. I'm gonna quick do my 5K pull. Though I pre-recorded it and I forgot to record audio. So here it is, guys. And I will see you later. Much love and good luck on pulling Thalia or Freya. Peace.